Hello my friends and welcome once again to another episode of Tony's Comfort Kitchen, the home of comfort food. Okay, so today I'm doing another Indian dish. I am doing a lamb bhuna. Now, the bhuna is similar to a lot of other curry dishes with the ingredients. It uses similar spices, but the main difference I think with the bhuna is it's not supposed to be a hot curry. You can make it hot if you want, but traditionally it's not a hot dish, or it's got a little bit of spice in it, but it's not too hot. But the other thing is, I think what makes it different is the sauce is actually traditionally quite thick. It's not a creamy sauce like you get, say, in a tikka masala or something like that. So it's quite a thick sauce. It really coats the meat. So if that interests you, then let's get cooking. Okay, so we'll start by putting a couple of tablespoons of vegetable oil in the pan. As usual, I will just introduce the ingredients as I go along, and I will put the list of all the ingredients and measurements in the description below, so you can go and take a look if you want to make this dish. Okay, so into the oil I will put one, in this case, medium-sized onion. Roughly chopped up, as you can see. Put it on a medium heat. Into that I'll put some salt, good pinch of salt. Okay, into the onions I will add a couple of teaspoons of ginger and garlic paste. Now if you don't know how to make ginger and garlic paste, I do have a video. Well, that's very simple. I will put a link to that at the end of this video, so you can go and take a look at that. Right, into that I will start to put the spices. So I have 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds in this case, 1 heaped teaspoon of coriander powder, the seeds of 6 cardamom pods. I think I've said in the previous video I don't like putting the whole pods in the dish, so I take all the seeds out. 1 teaspoon of turmeric, colour. Half a teaspoon, this is optional, half a teaspoon of cinnamon powder. And my favourite, 2 heaped teaspoons of Kashmiri chilli powder. Like I said, this isn't hot chilli powder. It's fairly mild. But it adds a lot of flavour and a lot of colour, as you can see. Now we'll just cook these spices in a little bit. Okay, they're cooking in nicely now, and oh man, the smell, the aroma is amazing. So to that I will add 300 millilitres of tomato sauce, tomato puree. Oh, like farty noises. And again, we'll let that cook down a little bit before adding the lamb. Okay, it's been a few minutes now, and that tomato is cooking down nicely. Now, what I'm going to do now is add 500 millilitres of water. I'm going to let that come up to temperature, and then we'll put in the lamb. Now, quite often I fry the lamb beforehand, but it isn't always necessary in a curry. Okay, so the water's coming up to temperature, and I have 400 grams of diced lamb, which in this case is leg meat. So we'll stick that in, and we'll cook it slowly until the liquid has reduced a lot. As I say, it's quite a thick sauce, so it'll take a good half hour, I would imagine, to thicken.
But it's hard to say goodbye.
Okay, it's been cooking for half an hour now, and it's starting to reduce quite well. The lamb, I just tried it, is actually quite tender. It's already quite tender. So, but it's still not reduced enough. It needs to be a thicker sauce than it is right now. But anyway, we can still add one or two more ingredients. So, what I'm going to add is a teaspoon of garam masala. I think I've said before that garam masala can go in towards the end because it's a spice mix that's already roasted, where the other spices are not cooked, and so they need to cook into the sauce. With the garam masala, it's already pre-cooked, so you can go in whenever. And then we will put some kasuri methi, or fenugreek leaves, which instantly give it that curry smell. That's just awesome. That is so good. Now these spices, or these herbs and spices I've just put in now, obviously start to thicken the sauce, so it shouldn't take too long for this to be ready. So anyway, we'll continue to cook it down. It will thicken up. The other thing I'm going to put in 2 red chillies. Now I did say that this isn't hot, but I just fancy putting a couple of chillies in. You don't have to put those in; they are optional. Because if you use the Kashmiri chili powder, I'm saying it's a mild chili powder, but it's not without heat. But these they're Thai chilies, and they will bump up the heat a bit. But not like Madras, nothing too hot. But like I say, if you don't like the heat, don't put them in. I'll also put some freshly chopped coriander in. I'll leave some back for putting over the top when it's cooked.
Though the wind is very cold, you hold me tight to melt my soul. Makes it harder to say goodbye.
And finally, again, this is optional, I've got 2 fairly large cherry tomatoes that I'm just going to put in and let them soften. I don't want them to go to a mush. Okay, so you can probably see that the oil is starting to separate, it's starting to come through, which means that the sauce is actually drying out, so which is what we want. So I think this sauce is pretty much ready. Our lamb's cooked, the tomatoes are cooked. They haven't gone mushy, they haven't broken up, and so it's time to dish up.
Everything feels wrong, just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right.
Okay, my friends, I'm going to be tucking into this rather fast because there's a thunderstorm on its way, but I'm looking forward to this. Oh. Oh man, the fact that it's quite a thick sauce, or thicker than usual. It's not creamy. I don't know. The flavour seems to wrap around the meat a bit more. Does that make any sense? I don't know. Oh, it's so tasty. That lamb, it was cooking for 3/4 of an hour in the end, but that lamb is so tender. Oh. Give this a go. It's not hot, chili wise. It is absolutely packed full of flavour. You can do it with lamb or chicken or whatever else, but the sauce would be the same. Oh, definitely worth doing. Definitely worth doing. Great weekend meal. Please give it a go and let me know how you get on in the comments below. Then please like, comment and subscribe. If you could do that, it would be mega. And I will see you in the next video. So hopefully I don't get zapped by lightning. It's getting pretty dark out there. So I'll see you in the next video. Peace and love, my friends. Peace and love.